Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, but I am Penge and welcome back to the Guild 3, where of course we pick things up once again with the piece of cakes. And last time out, the big thing that we did was that we constructed the smithy that you can see before you here, and this is piece of cake shinies. So shinies is referring to the things that they make here. So they make weapons, so there might be shiny things that you want to go and stab someone with or bash someone about the head with, or that you might want to protect yourself with. And also of course they make armour, again for some more protection stuff. And the armour is invariably shiny because, we polish it up. We buy an awful lot of polish here at Piece of Cake Shinies. So yeah, the armour is very shiny. I like to think that all of our products here are especially shiny. And the good news is that this place is going okay. It's going very, very well indeed. We've not really meddled with the storage rules too much. We've not fiddled about too much with those. We kind of said what we want to sell and what we don't want to sell. We've gone through that and kind of sorted out a few little bits and bobs, but we didn't really go around and fiddle about with the maximum and minimum amount and all that kind of stuff. And it seems to be working. And this place just runs. It's not got any of the little sort of things that pop up at the top saying, oh, production has been halted or whatever. And if we go and have a look in here in stats, if we pop over to, okay, this year not entirely representative because it's only just started. Hang on, let's go back a year. Look at businesses. How much money did it make? Where is it there? It made, oh no, of course, right. This isn't really a fair representation, is it? If we look at the money that it actually made, it made a massive pile of cash. It did require a lot of purchases because yesterday was the first full day of operation for this place. So actually thinking about it, at the end of today, at the end of autumn of the year 1454, we should have a clearer picture as to how well this is doing, because most of the purchases will have been made. They will have got loads of iron in and loads of polish and loads of, I don't know, weapon handles or whatever else they need. They will have stocked up on those. That was what this sort of great big kind of expense was. So now they can just go through and just make things and sell things and it should be glorious. But yeah, look at the amount we made in the front store. 17,300. That's a very silly amount of money. And sales at the market, 11,000. So yeah, looking very good indeed. And of course, that includes the upgrade cost as well. So this place made some serious coin, which is very good indeed. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that at the end of the day. Just see how much money that has made. Also, we welcome some new family members. So if we pop over to here, we welcomed Madeira and we welcomed Pan, which is lovely. So Madeira Piece of Cake is the daughter of Cheese and Petra. And over here we've got Pan, and Pan is the daughter of Genoese and Eric there, which is lovely. In fact, there is Genoese on the screen there going out and doing some work for the piece of cake, which is lovely. And so they were obviously welcomed those by birth, and we welcomed this chap here. We welcomed Ingmar, who I think was a roller. Yes, I think that's the roller symbol, isn't it? So we welcomed Ingmar from the rollers because they came in because they married Stollen, because Stollen came of age and was able to go out and do various bits and bobs and work for us and all that kind of stuff. And of course, that also means that she can get married. So she did, which is lovely. We've not got her doing the whole sort of letter writing to the stork just yet, because I thought maybe, give her a little bit of time to just go and enjoy the world and go and have fun and do all this kind of stuff. But I mean, she's only 17. I mean, in 3 years' time, we could get her to do stork letter writing and it'll all be fine. So yeah, and everyone else in the dynasty seems to be looking pretty well. This is concerning. Battenberg, our master and also sovereign of the land. That life candle looks depressingly short. It's not good. But I mean, Jazine's, his wife, even shorter. That is a teeny tiny life candle right there. Jazine, if you could level up, are you near to leveling up? You really are not near to leveling up. Oh, if only we could give you a little bit of strength, just to try and push that life candle up the tiniest bit. Could we get her, thinking about it, could we get her to grab some almanac things? Grab some of those. Hang on, what is this? Commoner's clothes and a short sword? For the treasure of Magdeburg? Oh my goodness me, you have been well and truly done over there. Oh, Jazine, I'm very sorry. I apologise. I must have given you these when this was probably a thing we could afford and that we had access to. And thought, yeah, that'll do. That's really good at the time. That will not do at all. No, okay, right, Jazine, hang on a minute. Let's order you over to, in fact, where are you? Jazine, whereabouts are you? Hang on, do we have to do the double clicking thing? She is only over there. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Pop over to here. You're not far away. Pop over there. We'll get you some better stuff. And we could buy you a few of those almanacs. if they're there, you could buy 2 or 3 of those, try and level up, which would be really, really handy. And then maybe we could give you a point of strength, and that will keep you alive a little bit longer, because, we don't want Battenberg to be too broken-hearted too soon. So that was good to welcome some new people. Also, if we go to here, we did grab ourselves some new ambitions as well. So we bought a few things over here. We kind of got, it was good stuff. It was really good stuff. But bonuses when bargaining. We got massive big piles of charisma. We got loads of intelligence. We got some productivity. We got more charisma. So now if we go to view anybody, let's grab, I don't know, anyone in there. Can we grab a person in Piece of Cake Rocks? If we go and look at Julia the stonemason, when we look at her, she has really bizarrely kind of inflated stats. So an intelligence of 10, because rhetoric gives them +5, and that's what we got last time. And then they've already got business sense from a little while back, so that's +2. So they have a +7 modified to their intelligence. So she's got an intelligence of 10, which is just very silly, and a charisma of 8. So her base value of charisma is 1. So without all these lovely buffs given to her by the Piece of Cake dynasty, with the enchanting and the rhetoric and the eloquence and all that kind of stuff, without those, she wouldn't be someone you'd want to go and chat to. But now, oh, she's absolutely chatty. You cannot shut Julia up. So yeah, they've worked very well. They've worked very, very well indeed. So I think today's plan is we don't need any more of those ambition things. We've gone through all of those. We don't want any more. There was a bit of a thing in the comments that said we should get this. We should get Dark Secret to give ourselves a bit of resistance. And that one there gives us some more health. Now, I don't know if health is directly tied into life. I do not know. And there is a little candle next to it. I don't know if it is. But that does hit our reputation. And it's got this weird sort of occult circle thing, which I don't know if we want the Piece of Cakes to go down that route. Just from a narrative point of view, I think that would be bad. that would be all sorts of sinister and terrible. So we don't really want them to have all these things. So we might not go for those. I mean, it's a reputation hit as well. And we're supposed to be the good guys. We've built lots of nice things for people. We've built the wellness retreat, and we've built a stonemason's place so you can go and get your stone or whatever. I don't know. That's not as nice. But yeah, we've built other nice buildings. This place here makes lovely cakes. This place here makes lovely clothes. It's all splendid. We've built nice buildings. The smithy makes armor to protect yourself. That's the way we'll spin it. Ignore the weapons. So, it's all good. It's all good. We've made lots of nice things for Magdeburg. I feel as though it would be a little bit kind of beneath us now to sort of go down that route of the dark secrets, whatever it was. So we've done all the ambition things. So now all we need is to save our influence. We need a heck of a lot of influence. As we've seen before, 120,000. We're about a third of the way there, and we need 640 grand, which is a stupid amount of money. That's an insane amount of money. I mean, when we get to Archduke, that's even more. But at the moment, 640 grand just seems a long, long way off. I mean, we'll have to check at the end of today with all our businesses up and running and, all sort of set up and working sort of efficiently. We'll come to that in a second because one of them is not really working properly at all. But yeah, they're all sort of working okay. I think we'll see what we earn in a day. We'll have a little look at the stats and we'll see what money we actually earn in a day. But yeah, at the minute, it's just a case of just run time on, let stuff happen. Stuff can go on and we can earn money, we can get influence, and we'll see where we go. Oh, hang on a minute. We're not going to earn great big piles of cash and loads of influence with 7 of our characters idle. What is going on there? Who is idle? Parkin, the town clerk, is idle. He's just chilling out on a bridge. Parkin, do you want to get on and do some work? I wonder why they stop. I don't know. I have a suspicion that maybe if they get mugged or something bad happens to them, they stop. It kind of interrupts their whatever they're supposed to do, their work task. And they just sort of stand about kind of, feeling sorry for themselves. I don't know. Okay, so Parkin, well, you're going to have to head back home. Now it's only gone down to 5 people. Ingmar, why are you just stood about, Ingmar? You head home as well. We'll have to send you back out as well. We did kit you out with all the bumps, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay, so that's good. Marcus. No, not Marcus. I keep reading that as Marcus. Gutthard the Medicus has stopped doing his thing. He is not on AI controls. He was supposed to be doing that, I think. That was what his job was. Tend to patients. Just make sure you're tending to patients. Okay, now down to 3. Eccles has stopped. Okay, you're at home. So Eccles is at home. Why is Eccles not doing anything? Okay, well, at least Eccles is home. We can sort that out. And then who else have we got? Upside down is 9, who's not doing anything in Jaffa. Oh, yes, of course. The kids at the end of the last part all sort of stopped doing stuff, didn't they? They all decided to just sort of stand around. So, yeah, we can give these lots of commands. So, yeah, go out and play, go out and play, go out and play. Earns us lots of lovely influence. And, you know, it's good. It builds up sort of relations with the other dynasties and what have you, whoever they're going to go and play with. Okay, well, there we go. That sorted that out. We're still waiting for whoever it was, Jazine, that's it, to come back over here to grab some better stuff. Because I'm a little bit appalled that we haven't noticed that she's wearing some terrible things. What is going on here? What is this? What's going on here? Why are there lots of curious zombie children sort of shambling forward over here? Are they robbing the market? What are you doing? What is happening here, Kunibert? Kunibert roller is 10. I mean, I can't see what action you're doing. It looks to me like you're up to something, up to no good. You're up to something nefarious, but it's a bit weird that there's also 3 of you stood in pretty much the same space, all doing the same action. It looks very odd. Okay, fine. Well, there's something weird going on at the market. Okay, right. Well, there you go. So we've sorted people out. So they're either coming back home to get their orders reissued, or one of our people is going over to the market. Okay, let's get time moving. Let's get over to the market. Okay, there is Jazine in all of her relatively boring things. Oh dear, yeah, commoner's clothes. She's the treasurer or whatever it is. She's very important. Why have we left her in those? Okay, right. Patrician's garb. Absolutely. Let's treat you to some lovely clothes. There we go. Right, sell that. 398, that's absolutely fine. Sell the sword. You don't need the sword anymore. Let go of the sword. Do we have to put it in your inventory first and then back out? Yes, okay. 459 for a short sword. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sort that out. And then we want to go into the luxury items. Right, how many almanacs are there? Okay, there's 13. They're quite expensive, but I think it's worth a go. First things first, though, let's get all these lovely things sorted. And what does worry me a bit is that we give her all these things and we go, hooray, there we go, look, she's got the rings and she's got the clothes and she's got the, whatever it was, the staff. And then she just sort of drops dead. That would be an unwise use of resources, I think. It would be an unwise use of funds. But I think we're going to have to. We're going to have to do it because it seems wrong that she's not got the stuff. However, we cannot get the staff or the money bag. All right, let's grab... How many of these do you reckon she'll need? 2? Let's try 2 for now. 3,630. Yeah, okay, have a go at that. Right, Jazine, pop out here for a second. Just go out there. Can you do a bit of a reading of a book and not get run over? Try not to get run over by all these people. That would be good. Yeah, so read one of those. Now, how long is that going to take? It doesn't take that long at all, does it? No, it takes a mere moment. Okay, so you got 586 XP. And now, if we read the second one, you should level up. Oh, but you can't do it right now. Okay, this is fine. This is all fine. Right, now you've done that, you can run over to the dock and you can go and pick up some bits and bobs. What's that one? And have to complete a trade route, professional level. Nicola the blacksmith. Oh, this is very good. So this is somebody in the Shinies place already leveling up. Right, productivity 106%. Even though we have an intelligence of 10 and a dexterity of 5. Okay, fine, we'll up that. 127%. Wow. Wow, she is churning out things. That's very good indeed. Okay, right. Has everyone arrived home as well? Have all those people arrived home that should have arrived home? Ingmar has. Ingmar, go and do the PR, please. I think you're the only person that's not doing anything that isn't a baby, essentially. I know Genoese is not doing anything now. Genoese is just sort of stood about too. Hang on, why you didn't come up as not doing anything before? Have you also just been mugged or something? Oh no, what's going on here? Adelhard, can you leave her alone, please? I think you're being suspicious. What's happening here? Oh, that was weird. It's like she was just sort of chatting to him. Oh no, hang on. She's lost 90 money. Did she just get robbed? I suspect she just got robbed. Okay, that's not very good, is it? Stop robbing us. That's a bit mean. Okay, fine. Well, there we go. We got robbed a bit. Oh, we've got various employees leveling up now over at Piece of Cake Shinies. There's going to be a lot of these. A few people have said, why not automate this? Put it onto the automated level ups thing. I quite like doing this. It's nice to see how our people are progressing it's nice to see what they're up to and how they're getting on with stuff. You might look at it and think, oh, that's good. Willibald has leveled up. Yeah, you can look at his stats and kind of try and tailor it a little bit. So yeah, I'll keep it on. It's not too much of a bind. I mean, it's not like it happens every other second. It kind of comes in waves. I guess most of the people here in Piece of Cake Shinies will now start leveling up because they've all been doing the same thing for pretty much the same amount of time. So they will all level up relatively close to each other. But then I guess it starts kind of advancing apart a little bit because I think their level ups are they influenced by their intelligence possibly? So different intelligence means you're going to level up at different speeds, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind actually sort of sorting that out manually as and when it happens. There we go. Look, Xaver over at the blacksmith. He has leveled up as well. So he is 16. Crikey, Xaver. 16. Long paper round, eh? So we'll give him a point of dexterity. He has a dexterity of 1. 1? That is terrible. I have trees in my garden with more dexterity. We'll give you a point of dexterity. There we go. So you've at least got a slight bit more productivity. But yeah, I like that. I like sort of managing this. I don't think there's a bad thing about it. I mean, yeah, okay, it can get a bit faffy when it comes, in great big waves like this, because all of the people in the blacksmiths are getting it. But no, it's not too much bother. And Jazine has arrived at the port, so we will go and grab a ruby staff for you, lovely, and we'll grab a money bag as well. So there we go. Right, you've now got all the shiny things. So, right, Jazine, can you read your book yet? Are you allowed to read your book? No. There is a long, long time on cooldown for reading a book. Okay, right. Come over here then. Come back home. Chill out at home for a bit. You've had a long shift. You've been doing that job, going around doing PR stuff for probably several decades. I don't know. Certainly a long, long time. So yeah, you go back home. Absolutely. You go back home, have a sit down, and we'll try and get that book thing read. Because I think that will give her the sort of level that we need to then give her strength to then see if that just makes her live a little bit longer. I noticed that there is a vacancy for a gate guard, and I think the only adult member of the Piece of Cakes who does not have a job here in the city is Ingmar. And yeah, that's because he's relatively new, and that's fine. So maybe we should go to here and apply Ingmar to this role. So yes, would you like to become a gate guard, Ingmar? There you go. You can earn some lovely legitimate money. You get 500 money for doing that. That's not bad. That's not a bad wage at all. So there you go. And I think once that's the case, I think every single adult will have a job on the sort of city books, which is brilliant. I mean, we don't need that many more. If he gets that, we need 1, 2, we need 3 more people. Now, of course, stuff will happen. Entropy will occur, and our people up here will die. Battenberg will die, Sponge will die, Carrot will die, Jazine will die. All the sort of people up here will die eventually. But of course, we have lots of kids coming through, and the kids can take the roles. The kids can get more jobs. So yeah, I'd love to see the entire of this sort of job sort of tree thing filled with Piece of Cake people. I just think that would be a good achievement. I mean, as well as becoming the sovereign and doing all these wonderful things, I think having absolute control over the city of Magdeburg would be brilliant. So we've got sovereign over here, Battenberg, the sovereign. He's ruling it, ruling the whole region, if you like, by setting the laws. So he's really in control. But then just in case he's away in some other place, because I imagine there's other places that he looks after other than Magdeburg, because he's the sovereign of a larger area. But if he's away dealing with some dispute or whatever, then I'd like to know someone else could step in, another member of his dynasty, another member of his family, could just, go in and deal with the issues. So I think that's right. Let's have a quick look through the list. So they're kids. Ingmar's just applied. You're 2. Informer clerk, tax collector, you're 9, you're 12, you're 12, so you can't do all those things. And then everyone else has a job. Yeah. That's wonderful. Can she read her book thing yet? No, absolutely not. It takes a little while to do that. Also, do we want to send anybody else over to the court of the monarch? Because we have got a bit of money now, and that would get us some nice big piles of influence. I can see that Eccles has been. How about Upside Down? Does Upside Down want to go? Right, remind me, where does Upside Down sit in the list of things? Upside Down could do with going. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Can we send Upside Down? I guess we can't send Angel. Eccles has been. Can we send Jaffa? So Upside Down and Jaffa, could we send away to the court of the monarch to get us great big piles of influence? Because yeah, it gets us 8,000 influence, which is very good. Plus they get this little boost here. They're blessed, so they're trained at the court, so they go held in esteem sort of thing. And that does carry on until they're adults and stuff. So here, look, Lemon Drizzle went to the court. He's now 30, but he is still blessed. He's trained at the courts. You know, he's got etiquette. He can walk along and balance books on his head, and he knows how to address the kings and queens and all that kind of stuff. So I think, yeah, let's send Upside Down. It's really expensive, 64 grand, but it is very much worth it. So, okay, send you and send Jaffa as well. Absolutely. Let's get Jaffa and we will send you as well. Both of you can go away. It puts a massive dent in our money. It's a huge, big dent in the cash, but still got 34 grand, but it's the influence. The influence is going to be the thing that we're going to struggle with. So they're away. They'll bring back, 16,000 influence, plus a little bit more. I think they might get a little bit extra or whatever, because we're good at getting influence as a sort of dynasty. But whatever the case, they will bring back lots of influence. And now we just need to make that money back up again. One thing that we do need to take a look at is over here at the piece of cake woodry. So the joinery is not making any money. Well, it's making a tiny amount of money, but this place used to make a heck of a lot of coin. And now if we go to the stats and we have a look at what it made, say, last year in the glorious year of 1453, if we go and have a look at the woodry, it made 265 money. That's terrible. That is absolutely awful. If we go back several years, if we go back to here, that place made, that's still not very good actually, is it? 5,820. That's not great. I swear that place was really good when it started. 7,154. Do you know what? It's not actually that good, is it? 9,200. Oh no, hang on. 1,526. I think this place used to be absolutely brilliant, didn't it? Didn't the woodry used to make loads of money? I'm now really confused as to why this is not making all of the money that I suspected it might have done. Or maybe at the time that was an okay amount of money when we had, because that was the second shop we opened, as you can see here. We started with the crafts and then we went up to the woodry. I'm fairly sure the woodry was nice and profitable at one point. Yeah, look at that. Sales in the front store, 14,350 monies, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That's a lovely profit. So what has happened? What has happened to this place? Why has it suddenly stopped earning the monies? I mean, 5,233 is still 5 grand toward our total. And then you look at, it's made 801 today. So why is this? What is going on? Now, somebody in the comments said something about barrels. They said, oh, you're only making barrels. We've only got one person making barrels. So it can't be to do with barrels. It's not that. So barreling along is fine. They're just going along and they're just grabbing some barrels and taking them away. We've got loads and loads of barrels. It seems to me they are not making the horse-drawn carts and the hand carts and things. That's what they were very good at. Now you're making you're making a horse-drawn cart, in fact, not a hand cart. I wonder why. I wonder why this isn't working quite as well as it used to. Okay, right, hang on. Let's get you back home. So Francisco, you come back home. Production has been halted over at the other place. Transporter can complete a trade route. It's all fine. Okay, hang on. Now I feel like we need to go back over to the place we're looking at because it confuses me. There we go. Right. Do we need to tell you to adhere to the storage rules again? Because there was a thing there that seemed to imply that you were not doing so. Why has that got a thing through it saying it's as though you're not adhering to the storage rules? What's going on here? I don't understand. You're making barrels. You're making many, many barrels. I wonder if they're using up all the oak planks. So the person making the barrels is going, great, thanks to the oak planks. And everyone else is going, crikey, there's no oak planks again. Who's used up all the oak planks? Andreas, was it you? And he stood by a massive, massive mound of barrels. Yeah, sorry, guys. So, yeah, look, now they're out of resources again. You're on your way back with some pine planks. What would you use a pine plank for? A wooden frame. But yeah, look, so already they're making oak. They're getting on with this stuff. They're making oak planks. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they're really, really desperate for oak planks. They just keep running out. Yeah, look, again. No, they're not. Yeah, we need this. We need oak wood. We need to get a lumberyard. We need to go to a lumberyard and just buy a gazillion things. Oh, right, you've leveled up though, which is nice. Yes, dexterity. You can have dexterity because it's always going to be lower than intelligence because that's been boosted. And they couldn't do a thing. Okie dokie, right you are. Yeah, how about, now we know that Battenberg is very good at buying things. Where are you, Battenberg? Oh, you're right next to a market. You're right next to a market. You are chatting to someone. Right, you can't break this off. Oh dear. There's somebody there who doesn't look well. Does anybody want to pay attention to this man? Or is he dead? Is he just lying down in the rain? Has he had too many beers? Or is he now no longer alive? I feel as though we need to know this. Is he okay? Sir, are you okay? Can we click on you? Oh no, Derek. Derek rolled a 38. You're just unconscious. There he is. Derek's absolutely fine. Right, Battenberg. Get over to the... Oh no, I missed my chance, didn't I? Get over to the market. Stop what you're doing. Pop over to the market, would you? There we go. Well done. Can we get oak sort of wood things? Can we buy it from here? I would have thought it would have been a raw material, but maybe not. Is it an essential? I would have thought it would be a raw material, to be honest. Okay, maybe we can't get it from the market. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe they're so slow to get them because they're not available, so readily available at the market. Hang on, let me just go through and look very quickly. So it was oak planks, not oak planks, oak, oak bits of oak wood, whatever it was. So let's see if they're in here in some weird obscure category. Oh no, there is. It's just there. There's loads of it. Okay, yeah, I just missed this before when I was looking, but there we go. So oak wood, they need a lot of this. It's really tremendously cheap. Why don't we just get Battenberg to just buy as much of it as he can and just go, right, there you go. We'll grab a load of that, then head on over to, it's not even that far away, and then we can just buy it from here next time. Head over to the Woodry, please. So drop all that stuff off at the Woodry, if you would be so kind. Oh, the snow effects are slightly horrid when you're on the super fast mode. Oh, it looks all sorts of awful. Okay, ooh, far trade. Berlin is offering essentials at a very advantageous prices. Essentials is, that's kind of boring stuff, isn't it? We want luxury items and things like that at super prices. But okay, right. So let's get Battenberg back here. Excuse the terrible snow effects going on. It's not pleasant when you're on the super fast speed. Right, so now in here, yeah, again, look, they're just sort of waiting. They're just waiting for oak wood. So over here, Battenberg, there you go. Just massive piles of oak wood, and they can just get on with making many, many things. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they've just got stuck. Maybe we need to hire another transporter for this place. Just to buy... I mean, they seem to be using a lot of things. I know there's already 2 transporters. Got Otto. He's doing the barrel thing. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Add-ons. Can we have another transporter? Yes, we can. Okay. Do that. So we've got 4 more expansion sort of slots left. We've got the good stuff down there. Okay, that's fine. Right, come out of add-ons. Then can we get ourselves another transporter person? So yes, please. There we go. Guttard. Another Guttard. Battenberg... While you're here, just nip over and help them out. Oh, crikey, the weather effects make it very difficult to see anything. So you do that, and then also, new bod, that you Guttard, also come over to the market for a moment, because you need to equip yourself with some various bits and bobs. So, right, you, Battenberg, can just take a load of oak wood. That's absolutely fine. Guttard, you need to get yourself a little bit of something to defend yourself. So a short sword will do the job very nicely. Ta-da! And some clothing. And I know we could probably go and get some from our own clothing shop, but just for the sake of expediency, we've got almost 71,000 money. We'll just buy something. What's good? Is it free citizens for bargaining? Plus 8 bonus when bargaining. Yeah, so because you're going to be doing some wheeler dealing. So right then, that onto there. Get rid of your transporter's clothes. Away with you. And then there's other bits and bobs, isn't there? There's the gem ring. That's a plus 1 bonus when bargaining. We'll give you one of those. Is there something else? I can't recall if there's something else. I have a feeling there is another thing. Oh, yes, some sort of cart. Yeah, okay, a hand cart. Now, the thing about that is, do we have any in store here? Yes, we do. So rather than actually paying for one, why don't we just actually go and pick one up? So yeah, we won't make the money from it, but then we're not going to buy another one. We're not going to possibly buy one of our own hand carts that we've put over into the market or whatever. So let's do this. Let's get that over. So there we go. Right, Battenberg and you are now in the place. Battenberg, drop off the wood, if you'd be so kind. Boom. And then... one of those, please, can come into here, and then give that to Guttard, and then he can then be equipped with it. Hang on a second, that's Otto. Hang on, where's Guttard? There. Down, there we go, lovely. Yeah, so you've not got, I mean, yeah, Franziska hasn't even got the shiny ring there. She's not got the shiny gem ring. All the fancy the fancy clothes. She's got the woolen cloak, which is still good. It still gives you a bonus to bargaining, just not as good as it could be. Okay, there we go. That's fine. So handcart is still, there's one in the store. And now you, Goodhart, are ready to go. You can adhere to the storage rules. Maybe that will help. Maybe that will help a great deal in just sorting some things out. And then now we know that there is a thing on for Berlin. Battenberg, go over to Berlin, which is... Oh, which one is Berlin? That's Braunschweig. Hang on a minute. Berlin is over in this direction. It's the fancy, nice-looking one. There we go. Right. Head over there and just have a little nosy and see if there is anything worth getting. And if there is, we will be next to it and we can get some bargains. Now, this is very interesting indeed. The job for customs officer has opened up. I think we should go for that. Maybe Cheese could move into that job, because Cheese is here as a council informer. He could then move up to become a customs officer. So let's have a go. Let's get Cheese into that job. There we go. Yes, please. 170 influence. That's absolutely fine. We can deal with that. So there we go. That's lovely. So we will have that job. That means there'll be a vacancy there at some point, which we could move into. There is also a vacancy here for the council guardian. Falk currently has that job. Maybe Stollen could move up into there, because we might as well try and move them up as much as we can. So Stollen, in you go. Yes, please. So Stollen into there. Hauke is already in the Arsenal master position, so he will get that. Yes, Sponge will remain the mayor for as long as presumably she is alive. In fact, all these people will retain their jobs, because we're not going to go anywhere else. We're not going to vote for other people to come and take them. So, yeah, really, we don't need that many more people, which is great news. I mean, there's someone applying for... Oh, Genoese is applying for that. She's applying for her own job. Okay, the renewal thing has come around. Okay, that's fine. When does this come up? 1455. Okay, so... now, yes, that's interesting. The next day. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. That's very good. And let's take a look here at Piece of Cake Shinies. Let's have a look at what it actually did today in terms of monies. So let's have a little nosy. Piece of Cake Shinies, 11.5 grand. The purchases are quite high. It's quite an expensive place. You have to buy quite a lot of stuff, but then we do make quite a lot of money. But 11.5 grand is no bad thing. In fact, what did we do overall today? Can we get an overall rather than just click on the wall? Oh, here, there we go. Is this what this is telling me? So businesses. So revenue, 128 grand. Expenses, 54 grand. So we made 73 grand today. That's not bad. 73 grand is pretty good going. The family spent that much money. Did they? The family spent 121 grand on what? Today, did I do that? Income from public office, 12.5. Expenses, sales in long distance trade, 128 grand. Is that an expense? Oh, of course, yes, because we sent the 2 children away, didn't we? Of course, they were the cost for sending the kids to the court. Okay, then no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, no, that's absolutely fine. So yes, the money's looking pretty good. The money is looking very good indeed. Can Jazine read this book yet? Good grief, they need a lot of time to digest a book in the Guild 3. I mean, just move on to the next one. You've had that book for ages. You read it absolutely ages ago now, as time would move in the Guild 3. Just read another book. Oh no, Franziska, who was the transporter over in the joinery, over in the Piece of Cake Woodry, has died. Oh, well, we better go and sort that out. It's probably a good job that we went and got another transporter, or else that place would have actually ground to a halt. Right, we're down this end, are we? Oh, that's very sad, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, she was here, so now it's just Otto and Gutard. Does that mean we've got to sort somebody else out with all the bits and bobs, haven't we? So, Maren is the new person. Right, so Maren, come over here. We'll equip you with all of the things you need to do your job as a transporter. There we go. So she's got the free citizen's garb. She's got the handcart. She's got the gem ring. She is ready to go. So your route is adhering to the storage rules, please. And let's hope that this place starts actually making some good money. In fact, we didn't check what that did actually last year, did we, in its entirety? Let's have a little quick nosy. Stats. What did you do in the year 1454? Woodry. Where are you? The Woodry lost a bit of money. I wonder if it's because we made sort of expenses for employees or purchases. Because we bought stuff for employees from that store. That's still not good, is it? Minus 3,729. That's not good. That's running a loss. Piece of Cake Crafts made more. Piece of Cake Crafts actually made a profit, and that's running out in a little village, making weapon hilts, whatever it is. Woodry should be making loads of money. Shinies made 10 grand, lovely. Piece of Cake Rocks, 9.5 grand. Piece of Cakeware. This is keeping us pretty much afloat. This and the pub, I think. 27 grand almost. 27 grand. The purchases are very little, and everybody loves coming in and buying the stuff. Piece of Cake Cakes, 7 grand. I like it. And the Cake and Cuppa. Oh, I thought I was making more. That's not quite made 10 grand. And the Piece of Cake Wellness Retreat, 16.5 grand. So yeah, really, it's Piece of Cake Wear. Of all the things that's making us all the money, it's the clothing shop. I did not think that would be the case. Okay, well, there we go. Right, so that's set up. Hopefully that will then sort that place out. Bamberg did get over to here. I completely forgot about this. What was it? Essentials. Is anything good in essentials? These are all cheap things. So yeah, the ones we want to look for are the ones with the yellow arrows. Somebody did point this out in the comments section. But I mean, they're not massive profit-making things, are they? We're not going to make loads and loads of money on these. Well, we could go and buy a load of polish, because we do use a lot of polish to make things very shiny, but is it worth it? Is it worth all the effort? Let's have a little look at raw materials. Let's look at our lovely favourite, raw materials. Can we get anything good for here? So amber, no. Purple, it's not really worth the effort, I don't think. Silk, we make 100. So we could make a couple of thousand off some silk, which would be nice. Tobacco, no. Ivory, absolutely not. 1300, say 1179, no, not those. Pepper is 775, so for 851, pepper would be okay. Salt, not really worth it. Wine, not worth it. Brocade, not worth it. So silk, possibly. Silk might be okay, and possibly pepper. But you know what? While we're here, it would seem rude not to, wouldn't it? So we'll pick up all the silk we can get, and we'll grab some pepper as well as we go. There we go. And we won't get anything else because, you know, it cost us a bit of money. That's a big chunk of money gone. But we'll make it all back when we go over here and sell it at the market. Battenberg has decided that going to the market and selling those things is not for him. And he's just going to take some time out and just, you know, be near a tree, look over some fields, enjoy nature, enjoy village life, possibly. I don't know what he's doing. He's just stood there. He's just sort of stood there. Oh no, hang on. What's your life candle doing? You're not going to suddenly just keel over and fall off your horse and die, are you? That would be bad. As well for your health, obviously. It would be tragic and we'd lose the head of the dynasty, but also you're carrying those really expensive things. Why have you stopped, Battenberg? Why have you just stopped? I'm pretty certain that nothing happened to you on the way. That's really odd. He's just stopped. But yeah, nothing did happen. Is he spurring his horse into action? Yeah, I thought the camera was zoomed out and he came around the corner and he just stopped. I didn't see anybody there. There's nobody around. I do not know what went on there. That was very odd. Oh, crikey. Are we supposed to do some of these things? Yeah, there, that one, this one. I'm just about to sell loads of things and make loads of money. I can't do it because I'm here. Okay, fine. Well, we'll just have to wait for time to tick by on all these. It was only the one, thankfully. That's quite nice. Right, let's flog these things then. So 27 grand. And, oh, I'm wearing the wrong clothes for it, aren't I? I'm wearing the wrong clothes. Do you know what? Whatever, never mind. 17,000. There we go. It made us some nice money. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, he should be wearing his different set of clothes for selling things. I completely forgot about that. And Ulrika over here a Piece of Cake Crafts has levelled up. Well done. Have a point of dexterity for your troubles. That's lovely. Right, who are the 3 people idle? Jazine, can you read your book yet? Yay! Jazine can read a book again. Eccles is also just stood around. Eccles, head on home if you would be so kind. Because standing there isn't really helping anybody, is it? You're just going to get cold. So, okay, right, you head home. Okay, right, lovely. Now, who is the other idle person? Oh, it's Battenberg. Of course it is. Of course it is. Right, Battenberg. Do we want you to go and do some wheeler dealing? I now kind of feel like we should check just to see if other markets have got some good deals on. We've been over to Berlin. Let's have a little look at the port, if I can find where it is. Yeah, right. So Battenberg, head over to here. Head over to the Magdeburg port, if you'd be so kind. And a family member has levelled up. I think we know who that might be. It is Jazine. Jazine with a terribly, terribly tiny life candle. Let's see if increasing this strength point actually helps in any way, shape or form. Now, I don't think there is a sort of a life expectancy stat down here. I don't think there is anything down here that says you're going to live for this long. So let's just see what happens. Now, I don't think the actual life candle grows or anything. So if I just put the cursor over here and stare at the life candle, point of strength, I don't think it made the life candle go up, but maybe it burns slower. Maybe the higher your strength, the slower the life candle burns, because it does say there, the stronger the character, the more endurance they have. So the more enduring they are, in theory, the longer life they have. I guess that could be the case, possibly. But whatever the case, right, Jazine, now you've read that book, you've got your level up, you've possibly extended your life a tiny little bit, which is, that's lovely, particularly for you. So do your public relations thing, please. Get back to work if you'd be so kind, because you're not doing anything. And I think at the minute, everybody is doing something, which is wonderful. Hang on, Chocolate isn't doing anything. The eventual heir to the dynasty and our player character, if it gets that far, Chocolate, is doing nothing. But it's not come up as an idle character, but on here, on the quick access thing, she's not doing anything. She's set as idling. So yeah, go to school, please. Absolutely, go to the Magdeburg school. We'll send you back there, because that gets you some XP and some free sort of stat points and what have you. That's a bit weird. That's a very odd sort of thing. And is there anybody else that we can send away? I think they're all too young. I think we can't send them away to the court of the monarch just yet. If we click on Angel, who's the oldest of the younger children we've got, she's 3. Yeah, we can't do anything with her. We can't sort of send her away or whatever. Okay, never mind. Right, we will keep an eye on that, though. We will keep an eye on that, because as we can see, the money is coming in. It's the influence that's the problem. So yeah, I mean, we've only made 5,000 influence. That is terrible. Right, so we need to keep earning money. We just need time to just fly on. We need money to come in, and then we can spend that on oiling the wheels of bureaucracy and sending people away to courts and all that kind of stuff to get our influence up. And Ingmar has got the job of gate guard. So there we go. There are only 1, 2, 3 jobs left in the entire sort of city job list that do not belong to Piece of Cakes, which is brilliant news. And now that job's coming up as well. That job's coming up. Hang on a minute. So we've got a job going for there. Oh no, did we miss whichever one it was? Did I miss? Oh no, Cheese is going for that one. Yeah, so this one here, let's get somebody to apply for this. How about Parkin? Let's get Parkin to apply for that one. So yes, please, Parkin, whereabouts are you on our list of people? There we go. Yes, 85 influence. We can afford that. So Parkin can move up to that job. Hopefully we'll get that job. That would be nice if we could take a job here as one of the top jobs. Then we can get the customs officer job sorted. And then it'll just be these sort of lower positions that we need to actually get filled. And I think we'll be fine. I think we can, once the younger children actually do come of age, we'll be able to get into these jobs. And hopefully at some point we'll see every single job occupied by a piece of cake. I don't even think there is anything worth buying for Battenberg that's going to make us great big piles of money. It's not really worth the effort. I think it's probably more worthwhile him going around and doing his influence gathering thing. Because the things here, they get the big, expensive, sort of exciting things. They're not earning any money anymore. They're not really earning a great deal of money. I guess we could buy some purple, buy 18 units of that, and make, 30 money on it each time. It's not really worth it. It's not worth the effort. So, Battenberg, you return home. Go home, and we will just send you out, and you can do some more influence gathering, just like pretty much everybody else is doing. All of the piece of cakes are just going around gathering influence. And Cheese has got the job of the customs officer. So now we've got the top 9 jobs. I guess the sovereign does count. So the top 10 jobs, if you like, in the city of Magdeburg, which is brilliant, including the sovereign, which also includes Magdeburg and lots of other places as well, I imagine. And then, yeah, we've got all these other jobs as well. Hopefully we're going to get that council assistant job. So we need to just check for this. That's 14:56 in the evening. Okay, so that job will come up, and that is 14:56 in the evening as well. So a couple of jobs will come up there as well. This is wonderful. I do like what I am seeing here. This is very, very good indeed. Somebody is idling. Battenberg got back home. Oh, well done. Oh, right. Yes, of course. Right, Battenberg, you can go out and do some PR stuff. Absolutely. You enjoy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what has happened? There are all sorts of terrible things. Now, one of those did say a dynasty had been destroyed. Hang on. What's going on? Production's halted. Okay, not bothered. A new level. Great. Bully for you. Yes, absolutely. Who are you? You're a transporter. Have a point of charisma. Also, was there someone down here that needs to level up? No. Okay, that's good. Right, what's this? A dynasty has been destroyed. The rollers are gone. They lost their residence and did not manage to find a new residence in time. The rollers are out of the game. And, a dynasty has been destroyed. The Knolls, 2 of them are gone. 2 dynasties are gone. Oh my word. It's us and the Hepners. That is it. Us and the Hepners. We are one of the last 2 dynasties. Did we set it on 10 others? So were there 11 to start with, and now we're just down to 2. That is ridiculous. That is very, very silly indeed. They both went at exactly the same time. Now, it's interesting. Somebody in the comments said that the way they were playing the Guild 3 was that they made themselves a little challenge. And so I haven't been playing this. I've just been kind of going, yeah, great, let's become rich and powerful and have loads of money and whatever. But they set themselves a sort of in-game challenge, which is a great idea, to try and keep all the other dynasties in the game. Try and make sure that they survive. So give them some money, or maybe do a deal with them, and maybe give them a little bit more cash, maybe to, so they can repair their buildings or whatever. Just try and keep them in the game, because yes, you can go marry you can go marry people that are not from dynasties. You can go marry the commoners and all that kind of stuff, and that is what Gunter did all those years ago, I believe. I think Elisa, who he married, Gunter and Lisa, the founding sort of members of the Piece of Cakes, really. Elisa was just a commoner, I think. She wasn't from another guild, another dynasty. She was just someone that was in the city. And so, obviously, without the Hepners, if they go, any future marriages will just have to be with people that are around rather than somebody from another dynasty, which is okay. But the people from the dynasties, I think, are probably better, because they've got more chance to level up, they get more XP, they've got more shops, they've got more money, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, to be honest, these are struggling as well. Hang on, let's have a look. Can we just go and talk to you? Can we try and do a deal? You've got 141 money. That's not very good, is it? What if we were just nice to them and we give them, I don't know, 300 money, just to say, tick, there you go. Would you like 300 money? Because we're nice like that. Oh, hang on. What's that do? Oh no, that was me asking for 300 of their money. Oh, no. no, I don't want any of your money. I will give you 300 of my money. Do not worry. Yes, 300 monies. There you go. I was going to try and rob them. They would have been quite cross about that, I imagine. So what if we do this? We just say, look, have 300 money. I mean, it's not much for us, but for them, that's quite a big pile of cash, just to try and keep them in the game a little bit longer. So we've got better marriage options. So when our current sort of, the children in the 4th tier all grow up, they don't all have to go and marry commoners. They might be able to marry someone from this other dynasty. So let's give them 300 for now, just to see if that helps. So there you go, just have 300. It's perfect. That's lovely. She accepted the trade agreement. Who would have thought it? And a transporter. Oh, good. They couldn't complete a trade route. That's fine, as long as they're not dead. If they're dead, that's slightly more problematic. But yeah, if they couldn't complete a trade route, they'll work it out. And Stollen has got the job here as the Council Guardian, which is also good news. And now there's other vacancies popping up. So, Gate Guard, we want anybody else to come in as a Gate Guard. Have we got any other people that need a job? Oh no, we're going to run out of people that need a job. That's unfortunate. Council Informer. Is anyone applying for that right now? Can't remember who might be applying for that. So who's applying for this? Right, Eric is going for his Informer job again. Eric, why not just move up and go for the Council Informer? Just go for a slightly different job. That's absolutely fine. Yes, you may. He's applying for the Informer. Yeah, go for the Council Informer. Get the slightly fancier job title. Can't do that one. And then, Gate Guard. I don't think there's anybody who requires a job. I think everybody is now employed that has to be employed. I mean, Eccles isn't far off. Eccles and Chocolate, in fact, Chocolate's not far off from becoming 15 and therefore becoming a character that we can, do normal stuff with. We can get them to go and earn stuff and equip them and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a couple of years off yet. That's unfortunate. But everyone else does have a job. So it's going to take a little while. There's going to be a bit of a gap. But never mind, that's absolutely fine. But there we go. At least we've got another job, a slightly higher up position. An employee has died in the... Oh, no! over in the joinery. All the people in the joinery are snuffing it. Right, you're just a worker, which is not too bad. So we can just go bosh and put you on AI controls. And you are doing oak planks. But nobody seems to be bringing you oak planks to work on, which is unfortunate. Not oak planks, bits of oak, bits of tree. Why is that the case? They've made a few oak planks, and they're trying to work on some horse-drawn carts, but they're presumably lacking, if we go down to the bottom, they're lacking a horse. Fine, yeah, that's a key ingredient in a horse-drawn cart. But yeah, other stuff is, why? Ah, dear me. Okay, this place is confusing. This place is very confusing. Are we not allowed, have I set them to not buy horses or something? Why are you not doing this? Horses. Minimum in storage. Oh, hang on. Is that why? Is it a fancy horse? You can never complete a horse-drawn cart because I've instructed them to never get a horse. Why would I have done that? Why would I have done that? Can anybody recall why I would have told them to never have a horse? Procure horses. Yes, absolutely. Have a minimum of 0 if you want and a maximum of, 10 or something. But let's just put it on that. That seems to work for the smithy. Just doing that. Why would we have said not to get horses? Why would that have been a thing? Because they're all trying to make horse-drawn carts, but they never can because they could never get themselves a horse. That's a little bit strange. Okay, well, hopefully these two people will now sort that out. You can adhere to the storage rules. I don't know why it's got a circle, like a no, not working, kind of don't come this way sign. That's a little bit strange. Whereas that one's fine. That one's working. That one seems to be fine, whereas that one seems broken somehow. That's all fine, whatever the case. Right, do you know what? I think what we'll do is we'll finish up for the moment. We'll finish up for now. We've not really moved that far on. I think it's going to be a case of, and this is going to be very ungeek company, just me shutting up and just moving the game on very, very quickly. Because the only way the money's going to come in is if we just run the game on for days and days and days and days. And yet there's no real other way to do it, apart from every so often just checking the markets and things just to see if we can make an easy, quick bit of money on selling pearls or silk or whatever. So I think that's what we might have to do. So next time out, it might just be a sort of a bit where we just sit back, we watch time go by, and we might try and move the game on quite considerably in years. But of course, stuff just happens, stuff pops up. It's the Guild 3. There's deaths and marriages and other guild, other sort of dynasties dropping out and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think we need to move time on in order to try and get that money up. Because otherwise we could be here forever waiting for the money to roll in. So yeah, we'll see how we do in making some good sort of cash and some good influence next time out. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, then please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you are not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in the Guild 3. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. I just want to point out the danger of blasting fire into the face of somebody who has not got any kind of headgear on. Let's suppress the pants off that thing. I always knew hiding on a park bench would be no good. Oh no, it's a terrifying disc thing. The aliens shoot him with such force that he loses his hair, which is just ridiculous.